In case you missed it earlier in the show, of course, entertainment guru, our favorite lifestyle host was the Moses. Abby was here. So we were noshing on naan and this loaded hummus that Abby made earlier, which was delicious, that we've been eating the entire show. This time around,
don't look at the hummus bowl, or don't look at the naan bowl.
Because I ate all of them.
They're all gone.
Matter of fact, let me just,
there's big.
For good measure. But also, we've got some more very great and easy poppable appetizers. Abby, what'd you make this time?
Literally poppable. Love that. These are little jalapeno poppers. We've made them before. I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tricks on how to make them a little bit easier. So I used a mini muffin tin. What's inside is beef kielbasa, but you could also use a turkey sausage, or right now my family is loving the apple Gouda chicken sausage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So having that cheese inside the sausage might be good. If you're a hunter, maybe you have some deer sausage or whatever laying around. But we wrapped these in bacon. I did.
Makes everything better.
It does.
Automatically.
It does.
Yeah.
Wrapped it in bacon. You're going to bake these at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on kind of the heat that's in your oven.
Okay.
About halfway through, I pulled them out and I topped them with a cheese mixture. So I'm going to let y'all taste these while I talk. The cheese mixture has sour cream.
This is
cheddar.
supposed to be poppable,
It
right?
is.
So like
so
all
you
in
got
one?
it. You got it.
Okay.
So cheddar cheese and cream cheese. So all of the good things. You can also add a little bit of spice if you want to kick up the spice. They do have jalapenos on top, but you can also put a Cajun seasoning on the inside. You could put a chipotle chili powder on the inside. Super easy. And then you're going to top it with a jalapeno, and I drizzled a little.
You did?
I did. I drizzled it with barbecue sauce with brown sugar and honey, so a little caramelization.
Yeah.
And that's going to pair really nicely with the spice.
Exactly.
And cut some of that spice down, especially with the cheese and the jalapeno and the sweet. It all kind of melds together. Now, if you don't like spice, or spice with your audience at your New Year's party might be a little polarizing.
Little tame, right?
Yeah. So you can get those snacking peppers that we can find at the grocery store. They're in a plastic bag in the produce section. They come in red, orange, and yellow. You can cut those up just like you would cut a jalapeno and top those so you can have half jalapeno, half red, half orange. Just festive.
That is so good. I'm still kind of like marinating on
is
how
your
good
mouth
that
on
is.
Fire?
No, it's not.
It's a little hot.
It's just the right amount of spice, I feel like, and it's kind of offset, like you said, by that barbecue sauce honey combo that you drizzle.
Well, the thing is when you cut the jalapeno like this in slices, you can't get rid of the seeds easily.
Sure.
And so the seeds are going to be in there. That's the spiciest part of the jalapeno pepper. And so it's naturally going to be a spicier appetizer, but paired with the hummus and the deliciousness, I mean, you've got something for everybody.
And if you're on fire, you can drink some of this,
That's correct.
this sweet punch.
Yes.
That
Here's a
punch is
question,
so
Abby. You know, as you're entertaining people, is there like a good go-to number that you would recommend for people to have as far as like maybe small bites for people? What's a good number that you would say, you know, if you're having about 20 people over, maybe have this many of apps ready for
the
people?
number is 911 when your mouth is on fire.
Right. Keep that in mind too.
Right. I like to say 5 to 7 bites per person.
Okay.
So if it is an appetizer type party and you're not feeding dinner, it's, you know, say your New Year's party starts at 8 and it ends at midnight, you want 5 to 8 bites per person.
Okay.
That's usually what people are going to eat. Now, I am an over buyer, over creator, over baker, and so I would probably have 10 bites per person. But if you think, okay, I have 12 people coming, this is a pan of 24 poppers, that could be 2 per person.
Good. Yeah. How did you, I wonder where those statistics came from. I want to be on the team that gets to test appetizers to come up with that number.
Right. Well, I mean, but also those are appetizers. Do you also have dessert, you know, the sweet and then the salty? Because a lot of people, I mean, my family, we go sweet, salty, back to sweet, back to salty. We
mix it up.
Mix it up the whole night.
Yeah, of course.
So, and then you're drinking, I mean, you know.
Yeah. Now do you have these on your website as well? Recipes for everything?
Yeah, these are on the website at tabletopaffair.com.
Okay.
I'll also be sharing these on a Tabletop Affair on Instagram. So follow me over there on Instagram because all of these recipes and more, I mean, this is my favorite time of the year.
Of course.
I mean, you have all of the parties. You have New Year's. We've got coming up. You've got Valentine's Day.
You got Valentine's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we have had a lot of fun on this show.
We have
doing a lot of different parties, and so all of that is over on Instagram. And I really like. I say this all the time.
Yes.
Starting with store-bought. This guy takes you about an hour to make, so it's not start from store-bought, but it's just so good.
So good.
Sometimes you want to mix it up.
Yes, and you're so good. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Filling our tummies with some great flavors.